Hey everybody, got another video here for you. This video is going to be about the parts list and pricing for the Roswell mod. So, cut to the chase, this mod cost $413. For those, I'm not going to make you watch, the whole video to find out how much it was. $413. So, this is the Roswell, and it's a clone of a Roswell. I used to have, history of the Roswell. Okay. Jackson came out with the Roswell in the late 90s. It's a rather unique and somewhat well-known guitar. What this is this is a clone off of Temu. And the guitar itself was $233.53. And then the idea was I was going to do everything I could to it to make it as close as possible to a made in Japan version from the late 90s. So let's see, the very first difference between this and a made in Japan one is that this is a set neck construction, and the made in Japan ones were bolt-on necks. And the other major difference is that this is a basswood body, and the made in Japan ones had mahogany bodies. So the neck is maple on, I'll tell you when something is different from a made in Japan version. So the neck is maple, and it has rosewood fretboard, and let's see, 25.5-inch scale length and a 12-inch radius, and those are all same specs as the OEM made in Japan. Has 22 frets. Crop circle inlays. The original made in Japan ones and the aluminum ones only had crop circles going up to the 12th fret. And these clones that you can get now out of China, off of Temu and whatever, they go all the way up to the 19th fret, 21st fret, sorry. And they're all unique too. Another thing that's different is this has a bound fretboard, and the originals did not have bound fretboards. But they did a nice job of it and everything, so that's cool. Okay, hardware. This thing has locking tuners. Originals were not locking. Has string retainer, that's aftermarket. The Locknut is also aftermarket. The bridge is a roller TOM, and the original had a knife edge here. And then the tailpiece uses string through type design with ferrules on both sides, and that's the same as made in Japan. And then this one's been fitted with dual strap locks there and there, and the made in Japan ones only came with strap buttons. Okay, for the electronics, they originally came with a Duncan design pickup, which you can't buy. The only way to get one is to buy a guitar that has one in it. And but the one that was in the made in Japan versions was based off of the Seymour Duncan SH4-JB humbucker. And so why get something based on the original McCoy when you can just get the original McCoy? So that's what I did, is I got a Seymour Duncan SH4-JB pickup and put it in it. Then it has a volume knob and an output jack, and that's it. It's a very straightforward setup. So it was a real shredding machine for sure back in the day. It was very unusual to find guitars with just one pickup. It was very unusual to find guitars with no tone control. And then the only other mods are it got a OE style truss rod cover, because the one that came on the guitar was not correct. And then I also got a Starfield strap for it. The original Made in Japan one that I used to own, I had a black strap that had the alien head that was shaped like a guitar pick. But I couldn't find that online anywhere, so I guess they don't make them anymore. Okay, on to the pricing. So, the total for the entire build was $412.77. The guitar itself came from Temu, and it was $233.53. The locking tuners were $13.08. The truss rod cover was $10.99. The string retainer was $2.23. The Locknut was $5. The pickup was $99. The roller TOM was $16.99. The dual strap locks were $5. And the strap itself was $26.95. Yeah, once again, a cool strap is a healthy chunk of change. Usually people don't include the strap in the cost of the build, and don't even include the strap in the build. So yeah, you add all that up and it comes to $412.77. And overall, I'm really pleased. I mean, I wish it had a bolt-on neck and a mahogany body, and other than that, it's fine. And actually, if you think about it, the bolt-on neck is not that big an issue as long as they got things straight. And the mahogany body, though, my original Made in Japan was the heaviest hitting guitar that I've ever owned or played, ever. And it probably was due to the fact that it had this incredibly huge hunk of mahogany, is what I'm starting to think. And yeah, now this one doesn't exhibit that to the same way that the old Made in Japan one did. I mean, right now I'm experimenting with putting a second hot rail under the two bass strings on guitars, and the old Made in Japan with a mahogany body hit almost that hard, almost as hard as though you had a second pickup under the two bottom strings. It really had a lot of bottom end. Well, I think that's going to do it for this video. So, until the next one, everybody, have a good one.